Yo, it's Clone here, finally back with another video. I've been seeing a lot of complaints about this topic. I just wanted to clear some things up, tell you about it. But let's get into talking about the Equalizer. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you why it's in the game. I'm going to tell you how to avoid it. So basically, the Equalizer is a game mechanic added by 2K to boost the shots and the defense of the lower overall squad to help them compete with the better team. And this why people believe budget teams will torch full opals teams, but at the same time will struggle against an overall cheeser that might just be that same opal team but cut in half. But in reality, it's not that. It's a momentum mechanic in 2K. I'm surprised people really don't notice this. I noticed it since like 2K13 because yes, it's been in the game for that long. I'm just surprised people are just talking about it, or if they have, I haven't noticed. But it's here to help the offense and defense, just like how people believe the Equalizer is, but it's just for a moment, and it's to simulate runs. I feel like people never notice it unless they're up against worse teams. And I believe that when it's a budget team really competing with an opal team, it's because the opal player is all his pocket. He's all money, while the budget team has more skill since he can't spend all the money he can to get these players. I just said why it's here is because basketball is a game of runs, and 2K is a basketball sim. And while it's a very, very, very flawed game, at its core, it is a solid basketball sim. It's pretty solid at simulating real life basketball, at least when the computer plays itself or when you play the game the way it was intended. But it's also very RNG. And to help fix that, so it can properly go on runs, they have to have the momentum mechanic. So for short spurts at a time, the RNG will go away for a bit, and you'll know what team is going to hit some shots while the other team misses most shots. And sadly, I lied, it's unavoidable, but it's not unstoppable, because all you have to do is really call a timeout. Because just like in real life, when a player stops playing for a bit, they might get some energy back, but they lose their feel. They have to get back into the feel of the game since they done stopped. And most of the time, it does shift the momentum once you call a timeout. But I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you might call a timeout or two, and you feel like the momentum should shift, but they might have the momentum for the whole quarter, because the game might have gave you the momentum for 2 whole quarters. So it does try to do a little bit of equalizing, but not in terms of better team, worse team, but more so shifting the momentum so both players have a fair chance of really taking advantage of the momentum mechanic. And my strategy is to just try to use no more than 2 to 3 timeouts in a quarter and still have at least half of them by halftime, because I need, especially like in the this third and fourth quarter, especially the third is like the most key quarter. But if y'all both are very similar during the third quarter, the fourth quarter is when you really need those timeouts, especially the beginning. So you have 4 timeouts in the beginning of the fourth. You can call those 2 timeouts when you feel like they catch any momentum during the first 2-3 minutes before they take away all timeouts and just make it 2 for both equal. And then you can just manage to use that too to make sure that you just keep your lead. It's so much easier when you have the lead though, because now y'all not fighting with the momentum, you're really just keeping them back. But the way I judge the swings is like, if a person hits a contested shot like 30, 35, especially when it's in the red, like 50%, I'm calling timeout right then and there, because clearly they had the momentum. Otherwise, that shot would 100% not went in. If they get a good shot, but my defense was good, the shot just came way too easy, and the shots haven't been that easy all game, I'm calling the timeout, because that's the momentum just helping them out a bit. If they make a shot, but my defense is bad, I'm gonna still play on. But if they hit another 2-3 shots while my defense is bad, or if I fix my defense and they still hit 2-3 shots, I'm gonna like call timeout, especially if my defense is good. I'll probably give him one more shot before I call timeout. But if my defense is bad, I'll probably give him two, just because that's not on the momentum. They might catch the momentum if I do that, but that's not on the momentum. But my strategy really is just not give the person a chance to go on the run. And while this is a Myteam tips upload, everything I'm saying in the video right now works everywhere in all modes in 2K, especially play now, especially because I'm a Myteam / play now player secondary. Next year I might be half and half on both, but right now I'm Myteam first, play now secondary, and you know, calling timeouts to stop the momentum really helps in both game modes. But yeah, I just wanted to give some tips basically on how to avoid, well, to stop the momentum, and actually teach y'all like about the momentum mechanic, because I know there's people really still believe in the equalizer when in reality that's fake. It's really just people catching momentum and taking advantage of it. But if you like the video, please like, it really helps the channel. Comment what you like, what you didn't like, so I know what I can and what I shouldn't do. And if you want to see more like this, I'm going to really try to be more consistent, especially with the lockdown. Soon I'm going to be getting my own crib, hopefully, so I'll be able to have better internet so I can do more game instead of just having it on this screen. And yeah, please subscribe, like, comment if you really did like this. But I'll catch you in the next one.